I wanted us just to talk about calf rearing. And most of the farmers normally find it a challenge to rear a calf. But ideally today I'm going to give you tips on how to move so that at least you can jumpstart your calf to ensure that your calf is doing very well. What I normally recommend for farmers to do once you have a calf, because basically once your calf has calved down, you need to start feeding this calf on milk. And the idea is you need to feed your calf between, once the cow has calved down, milk the cow within 30 to 2 hours. Or at least you get the calf gets the milk within in less than 2 hours. The calf has been fed, so that at least this calf, the immunity of the calf will set in very well, because absorption of colostrum will take in very well at that early stage. Then you need to ensure that you are milking this cow after every 3 hours so that you avoid mastitis. But the idea is when you are milking your cow, divide the milk portions into even 4 or 5 based on how you are milking, so that at least the calf gets the milk in smaller portions. You don't give a lot of milk at once. So feed maybe two based on what you are giving. But the challenge that farmers are facing is when do you start the starter pellets? The starter pellets you are supposed to introduce as early as even 3 days, some even 1 week. But the idea is once you're introducing, the calf cannot adapt once to take the starter pellets at once. So what you are supposed to do is you are supposed to ensure this calf is on the starter pellets. The calf start getting used to the pellets, and you give them dry. You don't mix with milk or water. Most of the farmers like mixing the pellets, the starter pellets with the milk or the water, so that at least they are wet. But when you mix, that's not the best idea, because these starter pellets are supposed to go to the rumen, the first chamber. And when you are giving milk, the milk goes to the last stomach, which is the abomasum. So what you are supposed to ensure is, whenever you are feeding your calf with milk, feed milk using a milk bottle, and ensure the milk is taken from a higher point whereby the chin is raised. And again, you ensure that it's taking the right quantity. Then you introduce the pellets. Use a trap, a feeding trap. You introduce pellets. You give fodder. When you are giving hay, you're introducing hay so that at least it promotes the rumen for the papillae to start growing. Once the papillae elongate, they elongate to ensure that absorption is going to be high. Then you also introduce water, because water will be there for digestion. So most of the farmers are taking long to introduce water. So I'm urging new farmers to start introducing water as early as 3 or 4 days when you have also started giving the pellets. Because once the rumen, the pellets are ingested and also the fodder, definitely they need water for digestion. So the milk goes to the last stomach and it's ready for absorption. And you ensure you give clean milk so that at least you don't infect the calf with dirty milk. And again, there's also a tendency of farmers giving milk when the cow is medicated. Somebody gives medicated, when a cow has been medicated, you give the milk to the calf. So you are giving, already if the cow is having mastitis and you are giving that milk to the calf, you are giving dirty milk to the calf, and you are introducing the calf to infected milk, of which you are causing a lot of problems to this calf. So it's high time farmers know how to manage this calf, and you have to be very consistent. The more pellets you give and the calf starts converting, the more it converts and grows, and also you start reducing milk. So you have to go on the trend whereby whenever you are reducing the amount of milk, you'll be increasing the amount of pellets and the fodder, and then the calf will have a continuous growth. So it's good for farmers to know that you need to give water at that early stage. You give pellets and you give fodder, so that at least the calf have. So once the calf develops a rumen earlier, so because the abomasum is very small, is the one which is very big, and the rumen is small. So once the rumen starts growing, the abomasum starts reducing. So reduce the milk, you increase the fodder, and you will have a continuous growth. And this calf will go continuously and they start gaining. At the end of the day, you'll be gaining about 500 to 700 grams per day per calf, so that at least you'll have a better weight for your calf, and that will give you better production. So that's all I have today. Until next time we meet again. Thank you.